was the fourth belief. We've got to believe we can be best in the world. Our Board of Education held a one-day retreat last June with the administrative team. And we looked at our strategic plan and we tried to determine if we could come up with some strategic initiatives that were a part of that plan, but something we could really focus on that, quite frankly, would challenge us to be sure that we weren't complacent. And we came up with this particular strategic initiative that you see on the screen. We will create and implement a system that will result in our students being among the world's leaders in academic achievement. World's leaders. There again, it's just a bunch of words if there's no accountability. So let's talk about how we might be able to measure this. I'm going to show you some data again. I apologize in advance. But quite frankly, this data, while it's good, is not great. But it gives us room to improve. And that's what we're all about. It allows us to set our sights higher than they are now. I'm going to talk about the PISA exam, the Program for International Student Assessment. In the past, individual school districts could not give that exam. You didn't know how your kids that might have been randomly selected to be a part of the national sample did. But about a year ago, we had a group that worked through this and actually made it possible for individual school districts to give the exam randomly to 15-year-olds within their district. Now, I see the first slide is up there, and that's science, and I know you can't read it, and that's okay, because I'm going to give you a close-in version here in a second. But I just wanted you to get the idea there. About the 6th or 7th bar down says Blue Valley, and then about, below halfway down is where it says United States. Okay, let's go to the next slide, and this is science, by the way. This is how our kids did in science. You'll see several school districts, several countries scored better than our kids did. And I'm not embarrassed about that, but I am challenged, and I think that we need to do something about that. Let's go on to the next one. I think math is the next one. Here again, you get the general perspective. We actually did a little better in math than we did in science. The United States as a whole did quite a bit worse, unfortunately. Let's zero in on that one real quick. You'll notice there again, we've got several countries, within reach, I think. Let's go to reading, because I saved the best for last. Reading, we did, really pretty well. I think we were 4th when we compare ourselves globally. United States did better. They're about in the middle. So basically, what we've got to do is we've got to put programs in place where we do a great job on the new Kansas assessments that are going to be coming out. But in addition to that we start comparing better nationally so that we know our kids are globally prepared. So you've probably figured out, if you looked at those countries in front of us, what our short-term goal is. It's really, really simple. Beat Finland. We got to beat Finland. They are right above us in 2 of those 3 categories. We've got to beat Finland. We've got up there hashtag beat Finland. I think we're going to have some fun with this. Those of you that are Twitterers, I think we're going to ask our schools, as they're doing kinds of things and lessons that we think are going to provide our kids the kind of education to help them surpass Finland. We're going to maybe tweet that stuff out and put a little hashtag beat Finland on it. Kind of keep record of that. So those of you that are tweeters, is that a word? Selfish plug, I am on Twitter. I think I have 38 followers. By 10 o'clock, I expect 1,138. But the Blue Valley School District also has a Twitter account, and you're much better served if you, I'm going to use a Facebook term, I'm not on Facebook, but do whatever you do to attach yourself to our Twitter account. I think it would be great and greatly appreciated. Then long term, our goal has to be what? To beat Shanghai. Shanghai's #1 all the way through. Shanghai, China, #1 all the way through. We've got to incrementally increase and improve our scores so that we actually eventually come out on top, because that is what our goal's going to be. It absolutely is.